What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and how would you feel about getting $3,600 of a stimulus check throughout the course of the year to help combat gas prices? Or how would you feel about getting $100 per person in your household per month? So if you had 10 people in your house, $1,000 per month. Well, you guys, we're hearing that this is becoming more and more of a reality. Stimulus checks lately have been coming back, and this is all due to increased inflation, gas prices soaring, and everything going on. And you guys, we have got a lot to get caught up on. And just to clarify, this is being proposed on a federal level to everybody in the nation. And also, I've got updates for you on more checks that are likely going to be coming on state levels as well, due to everything happening with gas prices. And this is your stimulus check update. We might have to make it your gas stimulus check update. But take a look, you guys. Articles coming out like this left and right. Gasoline vouchers worth up to $300 a month. Some economists back new government aid as prices at the pump soar. $300 per month. But as I mentioned to you, legislation is coming out right now from lawmakers. Take a look at this, you guys. 3 House Democrats already did it. Unveiled a plan to spend $100 monthly gas checks to Americans and provide relief from rising prices. These are pretty much gas stimulus checks, and it's $100 per person. So like I said, 10 people in a house, $1,000. And also, though, on state levels, take a look at this, you guys. We're hearing some people modifying legislation. GOP outraged as Whitmer rejects gas tax holiday, Michigan income tax cut. And we heard that this was coming in Michigan, but it got vetoed. I'm going to give you all the details as to why. Also, Maryland and Georgia, they already have done something. They paused the gas tax with prices near record highs. Other states, including New York, are also weighing whether or not they should suspend their gas taxes. California is also considering an additional $400 stimulus check rebate for gas. They've already had Golden State stimulus. Now they're going to have a $400 gas tax rebate, and we're hearing that this is likely going to be coming to New Mexico as well. Take a look. New Mexico governor seeks economic relief in special legislative session, just coming out late last week. So you guys, I'm going to get you all the details. A lot unfolding, a lot proposed, and we're hearing, take a look at this, analysts, stunning rise in gas prices in an election year could lead to gas vouchers and likely more stimulus checks. So you guys, very likely this is going to be unfolding here as we're getting closer to those elections. A lot of pressure on Congress to provide some form of relief in direct payments, tax rebates, stimulus checks to help out people at the pump. So we're going to dive right in and get you caught up on the latest, but also just wanted to mention thank you so much for all the support on this second channel, Steve Ram Finance. If you're interested in growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining that channel as well. And also, you can see the latest on our new Flip House. It's going to be a massive transformation. So if you're interested in that, check out that channel. But right now, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest with economic news and stimulus checks. As you guys, this is coming back. It is pretty nuts. So let's dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Just takes a second. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date, totally free. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. You get notified right away on updates. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Best way to get a hold of me directly, guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into these articles and get you caught up on the latest on what's happening on a federal level and updates on states for new gas stimulus checks. All right, so first up, link in the description below to this Business Insider article. Just came out yesterday. Going to give us an update on the legislation that came out last week. And I briefly mentioned this to you in my last video, but now we're going to be covering it in a little bit more detail. And the article says 3 House Democrats introduced a bill last week to provide Americans with monthly direct payments through 2022, or at least while prices remain exceptionally high. Representatives Mike Thompson of California, Lauren Underwood of Illinois, and John Larson of Connecticut unveiled the plan. It would provide $100 monthly checks to individuals and $200 to couples, while the national gas price average is $4 a gallon or above. So almost like an automatic trigger. Once we go over $4 as the national average per gallon, then stimulus checks coming your way. And it says households would also be able to claim another $100 for every dependent that they claimed on their tax returns. So pretty much $100 per person would be sent to your bank account. And Americans are feeling the impact at the pump of Vladimir Putin's illegal invasion of Ukraine. And right now we must work together on common sense policy solutions to ease the financial burden that constituents are feeling, Thompson said in a statement. Now, the income eligibility is going to be exactly the same as that third stimulus check. $75,000 to $80,000 for individuals and $150,000 to $160,000 for couples. If you make over that top number, you're not eligible for this gas stimulus check. Now, jumping down, it says, I'm very interested in all the ways to get relief to that driver at the pump, said Senator Ron Wyden. I'm looking at it, he said. So, Senator Ron Wyden, as you know, is the one that authored the federal unemployment benefits, coming up with some creative provisions to help send direct assistance to people. And also, another plan that was introduced by Representative Ro Khanna of California and Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island would provide quarterly payments to Americans funded by a tax on profitable oil companies. And I shared the details with you in a previous video on that one, as they said send out quarterly checks, and it was $300 per quarter. But this one is much more generous. Now, also, in addition to that, take a look at this. Gasoline vouchers were $300 a month. Some economists back new government aid as prices at the pump soar. As the Democratic Party administration in Washington struggles to find an effective way to fight high inflation, some economists are calling on lawmakers to deliver new assistance for Americans dealing with high gasoline prices. If I were Democratic leadership in the House, I'd bring forward a bill that gives $50 billion for gas price relief to low-income households and defy Republicans vote against it, said Ian Shepard, chief economist of Pantheon Macroeconomics. And I give you guys details on this one as well, that they're saying they want to send out gas vouchers. However, the vouchers, we have heard, have not gotten a whole lot of support. They're saying it's very likely that if they're going to send something, it's going to need to be stimulus checks. Now, this is all happening on a federal level. It's starting to get some traction. We will see. I will keep you up to date on what unfolds, but we're also getting updates on states and what's happening. First up, take a look at this. We had heard that Michigan was going to be providing some tax cuts, but it got vetoed at the last second. Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer on Friday vetoed Republican legislation to slash income taxes and promised to do the same for a bill that would suspend Michigan's gas tax, spurring partisan fervor, even as she urged negotiations on ways to provide families immediate financial relief. Whitmer announced her vetoes hours after backing an alternative plan to pause the state's 6% tax on motor fuels, and she asked the legislator to advance her earlier proposal to exempt more senior income from taxation and expand the EITC, or the Earned Income Tax Credit, for low and middle income workers. Republicans blasted her veto as a war on families and a disappointment to consumers and small businesses alike. However, we're hearing that her concern is that a lot of these would take effect in 2023, and she's saying we need tax cuts right now to help out people. So that was the reason for the veto and the suggestion of other legislation. Now, also, New Mexico is also saying that they're going to need some relief as well. New Mexico governor seeks economic relief in special legislative session. As prices remain high nationwide, it is clear that we must act swiftly to deliver more relief to New Mexicans, Lujan Grisham said in a statement. With high prices forcing families to make difficult choices, she said, it is our responsibility to do what we can to ease that burden. Now, this comes after, take a look at this. Lujan Grisham earlier this month had signed a tax relief package worth $530 million in the first year, and it included $250 rebates. So $250 stimulus checks coming your way, and then also it's looking like more relief in New Mexico as well. So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as it looks like stimulus checks, man, they are coming back with a fury. Not only are we talking about a fourth check, we're talking about monthly checks, quarterly checks, a lot of talk about stimulus checks right now due to high gas prices. And we're hearing these high gas prices are not going to be going away anytime soon. We heard from President Joe Biden that there's pretty much nothing that they could do right now to bring those prices down. Now, we have heard that the cost of oil has gone down. However, the gas prices remain pretty high. They've come down just ever so slightly. And we're hearing that Congress, lawmakers are saying that this is due to oil companies not decreasing the price, but really taking advantage of the moment and just increasing those profit margins. And they're saying if they're going to do that, we need to tax them. Take that money send it back out to the people to help them pay for this increase in gas prices. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, you guys. There is a lot unfolding, and this is all, as we mentioned, due to the fact that Russia and Ukraine are currently at war. It's adding emphasis to the increased gas prices. We've got supply chain issues, still dealing with the pandemic, and people are saying we're going to need some form of direct assistance here to help us get through this at this time. And whatever unfolds, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, you can stay up to date totally free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'll let you know everything unfolding, share with you the articles, read directly so you can see it for yourself. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.